Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphael's Insights. Welcome. I welcome you into the Rose, the Turk, the Divine, the Beautiful. Welcome. If you're new to this beautiful channel, welcome to this beautiful channel. And if you're not new, well, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on the predictions for August 2023 and the weeks to come for the Caribbean. I know I've never talked about this specific area, but I'm going to start trying to predict for specific locations. And then when I see something very serious, I'll put it on my other accounts. Like I have a few thoughts already that I'm gonna be putting in my other accounts. But I do want to say that I don't know anything of what's going on anywhere, and I'm just gonna start talking and give you guys my visions and predictions. I'm gonna harmonize the energies with my spiritual spray using a different one than the one I normally use, and I'm just to change the aroma, just to change the scent. This one is not necessarily one that I sell. That one is more specific for just me. But it is one of my spiritual sprays, which is why I have this on it. But with the Caribbean, I am seeing some strong energies in general for the whole world. It just seems to be very strong everywhere. I see things being very complicated everywhere. So we're just going to talk about it in terms of like in general. And remember, before we get started, I leave you in the description below the links to follow me on all my social medias, to shop in my Etsy shop or my TikTok shop, which you can find it under Raphael's Insights. If not, go down in the description below, click the link, and you'll find where to go. And follow me on all my social medias. I would definitely enjoy if you guys, or appreciate. I definitely appreciate if you guys help me with figuring out like if a prediction came true, because sometimes I'm so busy, or sometimes my mind slips in terms of what's going on in the world. I don't see it, and I miss my predictions fulfilled. So definitely please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me know what's if like a prediction came true or not. I just need a little bit of help. You could just leave it in the comment below. Hey, your prediction came true. This happened. Da, da, da. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And as always, if you just like supporting me, hit the thumbs up. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started with this video. First things first, I do want to talk to you guys about that I do see a state of emergency in the Caribbean. I see a state of emergency. I'm not exactly sure if it has to do with hurricanes, if it just has to do with extreme weather or due to some sort of catastrophe, but I do see a state of emergency. That's the first thing that I wanted to tell you guys. The other thing that I'll tell you is that I'm seeing power outages for the Caribbean as well. It seems like power outages, because I've already predicted it for many other places. You guys are not left out. So it's either going to happen in the Caribbean, the United States, Latin America, or Europe, or maybe it happens in every single location due to extreme temperatures, extreme weather. But I definitely do see power outages, so definitely be aware of this. In the Caribbean, Puerto Rico is the one that comes to mind the most. But either way, Caribbean in general, watch out for those power outages. Be prepared. Another vision that I have and that I'm having is that I see like an accident with like transportation as well in the Caribbean, in terms of aircraft, in terms of boat, in terms of transportation. Definitely seeing accidents in terms of transportation. I don't know why boat comes to mind when I think about the Caribbean, but a boat comes to mind in terms of this. What I'm not liking is that I see a lot of violence in the Caribbean. I believe Cuba's in the Caribbean, and I believe that they cut the internet. Correct me if I'm wrong. They cut the internet. There hasn't been internet for people, and I remember what we were seeing that was going on, and I see a lot of violence in the Caribbean. The only place that I can think of it's coming from is Cuba. But either way, I see a lot of violence, and we have to be careful, because when I see a lot of violence, it's lots of death, a tragedy, catastrophes. I know they're very strong energies. And I have a list right here that I'm looking at to see what else, so I won't forget something. I do see like a building on fire, or like fires in the Caribbean as well, or a large piece of land. But I see fires in the Caribbean as well. Fires in the Caribbean as well. Yes, I do. The other thing that I'm seeing is that I did see an explosion in the Caribbean. Something else that I'm seeing in multiple different locations is I see it in the Caribbean as well, an explosion. In terms of the sun, the sun is dominating worldwide. The sun is dominating in terms of strong earthquakes. I'm seeing a strong earthquake in terms of the Caribbean as well. In terms of strong earthquakes, probably either Puerto Rico or Haiti, and we'll leave it in general, a strong earthquake either in August or September or the coming months. But I am seeing a strong earthquake, and I see like a tsunami warning or tsunami. Or it can even be around, the strong earthquake can even be around the Caribbean, near the Caribbean. It's just that I see it and I feel it. The one thing that I'm seeing in terms of visions is I'm seeing like people being like the hangman, hanged. I don't know. Again, the only place that I can think of that can do something like this is Cuba, and my mind keeps going back to Cuba, and I keep seeing visions in terms of a lot of violence in Cuba. In general, a lot of violence is in Cuba, and I don't like this energy in terms of climate either, because I see a lot of water in the Caribbean in terms of floods, in terms of intense storms, in terms of hurricanes arriving, and I do see a hurricane arriving in the Caribbean to an island. And then the prediction that I gave in my general, I told you guys that I saw a vision of a hurricane arriving either in the Caribbean to an island or in the Gulf. But I'm definitely seeing a hurricane arriving either in August or in the coming weeks. Absolutely. And I keep seeing a coup. I keep seeing a coup with the card of the death card and the card of the chariot. I keep seeing a coup. Again, there's a lot of information that's held from us when it comes to Cuba, and I just keep thinking it's going to be Cuba. But in general, for the Caribbean, I see a coup as well in the Caribbean. But the other thing that I was kind of like a little bit confused on is that I'm seeing troops being moved around in the Caribbean. I don't know if it's a deployment. I'm not sure if it's what it is, but I saw troops being moved in the Caribbean as well, like either deployments, either due to like war, due to violence. But I see troops being moved or deployed. Let me just make sure I said everything. But in terms of water, I will say that in terms of the moon, it dominates in terms of extreme weather, hurricanes, cyclones, typhoons. I'm not really sure what exactly happens over there, but extreme weather in terms of water, because I'm seeing floods and I see a lot of water in the Caribbean. I do see fires as well. I told you guys that already. Just want to make sure. And then I see like an attempt to take out a leader or someone that was in power, but I see like a terror attack against somebody's life in terms of power as well in the Caribbean. Let me just. And then there's something in terms of problems with water that I'm still like a little bit confused on as well, because I keep seeing the same energy move, and to me it feels like when it comes to the water, it's like they're telling us that something's in the water, something's moving. It seems like to me, in my vision, it looks like someone is putting something in the water in terms of disease or sickness or bacteria. So definitely we need to be careful in terms of water, not just in terms of floods, in terms of catastrophes. I see something moving in the water, and it keeps showing up in different countries. So that tells me that something was put in the water, or something's moving in the water. I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not too sure what it is. But other than that, you guys, I think that's as much as I can give you for now. But I don't like this energy, because this energy is an energy of war, but it's also an energy of lots of violence in the Caribbean. Be careful over there in the Caribbean. I would say this: be careful in terms of strong earthquakes, in terms of hurricanes, or just intense climate, because that's the most like concern that I'm seeing here. And then I see there's going to be an issue with like communication, or there already is. I think the issue with communication The issue with communication is most likely because the people are being cut off from the internet. People are being cut off from communication. I see an issue with communication. But other than that, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I see protests as well in the Caribbean. And this energy of protest is moving worldwide, and I definitely see that the Caribbean is going to be protesting as well. But other than that, it was an absolute pleasure to bring you guys this. I hope you guys enjoyed these predictions. Let me know if I missed something, and let me know when one of my predictions comes true, because I don't really keep up with everything that I say. Once I say it, sometimes I forget it. But if you guys can let me know in the comments below, if there's something that you want me to talk about, if there's something that I forgot, or if there's something specific that I need to look into, let me know, just so I can be able to predict a little bit more specific, because I don't really know what's going on. I try to look for like news to see what's going on over there and this and that, but I can't really get too much information from over here. But it is a pleasure. Let me know if my prediction came true, and if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. You guys have a great day, and it's always a pleasure to bring you my predictions. Bye-bye.